Hey guys, what's going on? Ben here, and I'm going to come at you with a new guide. It's going to be a charm collecting guide. So first off, here's the setup. I'm going to have a Torva full helm. You can take whatever. I have a Fury, Bandos, and Drygors. It's recommended to have either Chaotix or Drygors, but it doesn't really matter. And in my inventory, I've got some prayer potions. Make sure you bring anti-poisons, prayer renewals, unicorn, and some sharks. So the first thing we're going to be killing are exiled calphites. So I'll show you how to get there quickly now. For me, the easiest way is just to teleport to bandit camp. You can also get on your ancient spellbook and teleport to the temple, but this works just as easy. Okay, so once you get to the lodestone, you're going to run south. It's a bit of a run, so I'll get back to you when I'm there. Okay, so once you arrive, you'll see this little cave entrance, so you're going to go in here. You're going to run north. There's a summoning obelisk here, so that's always helpful. And also, if you have a charming imp, that's very helpful, so you don't have to pick them up on your own, which I really do enjoy. I'd recommend getting the 100,000 dungeoneering tokens. It's not really that hard. These guys are going to be aggressive, so watch out for them. You don't want to attack these level 120s. You're going to want to come into this room up in here, and you're going to attack the level 140s. They're also aggressive, so make sure you put your prey on. You can either protect from mage or melee. It doesn't really matter. Either one's fine as long as you have a bunyip or unicorn healing you. So I'm going to kill a few of these. See how many charms I get within the hour. It should be around a couple hundred. These exiled calphites actually have some pretty decent drops. They have a lot of rune drops like this rune chain body I just got. You're going to want to set up your ability bar like I have mine, or if you have a different way that you prefer. But this works pretty well for me on the dual wielded Drygors. Also, you can pick up the damaged chitin if you have a yak or magic note paper, and it's also very profitable. They also drop a lot of herbs, so if you have a herbicide, it's also good to take that. I forgot to bring mine, but gives you some good XP for that. Or if you like to pick them up and you can note them or take them with a yak, or even just get a war tortoise and bank with them. It's always good. They're pretty good money, and they're great charms. Just after a few kills, I already have 6 blue and 6 crimson. So there's not really any special tactic to killing these, but just spam your ability bar and they go down very fast. You can also use mage here, but I prefer melee. I don't really know why, but they seem to go down pretty fast with this setup, or if you have a lesser or greater setup. Shouldn't take too much time. They also drop a lot of herb seeds like this lantidime seed, which are about 30k each, which is also some pretty good money if you just pick them and they stack. Actually 42k each, so that's pretty good. But if you're not really here for the money, just looking at the charms, just try and kill these as fast as you can for maximum charms. They're pretty good. So the next... Okay, so it's been about 15, maybe 20 minutes, and we're at 27 blues, 25 crimsons, and 15 greens. That's not too bad. These things drop quite a few sharks, and the spawn rate's pretty good. If you want to get in a high population world, they'll spawn a little faster, but sometimes you take more damage that way. It depends how fast you kill them. If you're killing them fast, try and find a high population world. I'm killing them at a decent speed, but I don't have overloads or turmoil with me, so it's a little slower. I can normally last at these cow fights for about 30 minutes to an hour. It just depends on the drops you get. If you get a lot of shark drops, you can stay longer, and I didn't bring enough prayer pots to stay too long, but if you have to bank once, that's fine. It won't kill your rates too much. It only takes about a minute to bank and get back here, especially if you have ancient spellbook on. So it's not too bad. And if you do have to bank, make sure you grab the chitin, because you can go smith it in anvil and they're about 6k each once you actually do that. I just finished the trip and received 80 blue charms, 72 crimson charms, and 36 green charms for a total of 188 charms. So that's pretty good. I mean, you could obviously do better. Better gear would get you better. And then I made 626k from it. The Lantime seeds and the Dwarfwood seeds really add up, and so do the rune drops, so it's worthwhile picking them up. I mean, I didn't bank. That was the only time I came back, but still made 600k off of that, so not too bad at all. And I also got a Spirit Ruby, which is very helpful when doing summoning. Okay, so the setup I'm taking is full Armadillo, just got the helmet, the plate, and the plate skirt, and then a Royal Crossbow with Royal Bolts. Pretty basic gear. It's very cheap, not too expensive. You can replace the Armadillo with some dragon hide, some black D hide or royal D hide, not a big deal. We're going to be doing water fiends. I know it's very common, but they're great crimson charm droppers. This is my inventory. Just got lots of prayer pots, some ranging potions, some prayer renewals, a unicorn scrolls, and a unicorn pouch. Won't take much damage there, a few sharks, but the unicorn should heal enough, and then just the charms there. Also, if you want to take part in the minigame familiarization, it's great. You can only do it once a week, and I've already done it this week, but it gives triple charm drops for 40 minutes, so it's a great way to get extra charms, so make sure you do that. The easiest way to get there is to use the Ferocious Ring or the Fairy Ring, but this is easier for me because I already have this. Or you can also teleport to the Barbarian outpost and run to the Whirlpool, but this is fastest. Actually, the Fairy Ring's fastest, but this is pretty fast too. Just do that, and then you're here. It is pretty highly populated recently. You're going to want to set your prayer to protect from mage. So get that set up and make your prayer pot. And let's get started. It's beginning hard to find a world for water fiends now because they've become very popular, so it'll take a little while sometimes, but if you get on at different times it's not too bad. That's why I prefer Calfights now, and also Calfights drop a ton of blue charms compared to these guys, but you're guaranteed to Crimson Charm almost every drop, so they're pretty good. You can average around 200 an hour here. Personally for me, I'm even using my abilities. But they go down really fast. You don't take much damage, so they're not too bad. And I would highly recommend having the Charming Imp as well for these, so you don't have to pick up the drops. They also drop a lot of noted stuff, which is kind of good to pick up, but I don't normally bother because it's only a couple 100k. So I just finished those water fiends. I got 207 crimsons, 6 blues, and 14 greens. That was in 1 hour. I wasn't going extremely fast, but that's a reasonable average amount you could expect with about my gear setup. If you have better gear, you can get upwards of 300, or if you're using a different familiar that will attack them as well. So it's still pretty good. And it's probably a little bit faster than the Calfights, but I made no money alongside this. But if money's not really an option, the water fiends are probably a little bit quicker. But either way, they're both really good methods, and I like to switch between the two because I get a little bored at water fiends just sitting there. And Calfights are a little bit less boring to me, so I like doing both. You can also do Slayer, but anyways, good. So in conclusion, I would recommend doing either of these methods. If you want blues, definitely do the Calfights. If you want only crimsons, do water fiends. If you want to mix it both, just mix it up between the two, and if you get bored with one, switch to the other one. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Leave your comments below. Say what you'd like me to put in my next video. If you had any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. I should be starting a new series tomorrow. I'm going to do a QED loot video. I'm going to try and kill 250 or maybe even 500, so hopefully I'll have that out tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll catch you later. Bye.